Good morning, this is Tamara Sweeney from Love Dominates, or Love Dominates in the back. I, unfortunately, am continuing this video on the divorce decree and how the ex-spouse is not held accountable for his actions. I just want to tell you the game that they're playing right now, because this is what they do in all our cases. They create so much chaos so you can't stay focused on the main issue. So they're slapping, my ex-spouse put in an emergency petition. You can see that right there. 53 pages of false allegations. And I'm going to read the last couple things that they have on there because you can see it. It's like, wife will obey or else. I mean, this is the slave mentality that they're talking about. Anyone that can put their signature to a document that is false allegations, they sign it, swear to it, put it into the court system, blows my mind. This piece of garbage, I would never have my name tied to. And this is from my ex-spouse, but it's written up by a lawyer, Cheryl Rentz. Look this woman up. This woman, let me tell you, she's been targeting me for almost a decade now, and she has no couth. She reminds me of one of those kids on the playground where they're kicking and screaming because they can't get their way. That is exactly who this woman is. But remember, in all my videos, please do not give any lawyer credibility. You should never have a lawyer. As soon as you have a lawyer, you will lose going into a court. You just lost jurisdiction. As soon as you have a lawyer, you lose. They become your power of attorney, and they just do what the judge tells them to do. They don't care about your life. They don't care about your children, and they don't care about your assets. They want to steal everything from you and push you down, kick you down until you commit suicide. That is their ultimate goal. Anyway, everything in here, I'm going to rebut this today, even though I shouldn't even engage in this administrative criminal activities. Remember, stick to the Constitution and common law. Common law is our God-given right. Every single piece of property that you have, that you own, a house, your children, the car, it's yours. The government has nothing to do with it. Remember that. Do your research. God gave us, our own minds. He wants us to be knowledgeable. He wants you to be successful, and he wants you to use your voice. People need to speak out about this corruption, because it's really bad. Anyway, this emergency to petition. I'm going to read the last couple ones here. There is 28 A, B, C, D, E. I'm just going to read the last one here. I need my glasses. Sorry about this. He writes in here, petitioner has incurred substantial counsel fees in preparation of this prosecution of instant petition, for which he demands reimbursement from me. First of all, him and his lawyer, I don't think he's ever paid her. It's a barter system. But yet, they're going to charge me. Let's see. They're asking for over $5,000. $5,000 to write a 53-page document. It's not even writing 53. All the rest are exhibits and the divorce decree that they are not following, and they want me to go against the divorce decree. So this is what's comical. Let me get back here. He says, petitioner respectfully requests that the following relief be granted. The petitioner can sign all documents at closing for both himself and respondent at the closing sale of the marital residence. So now I've been the sole owner, the sole responsibility of this house. So he lives in it for free, doesn't pay the mortgage, doesn't pay the taxes, doesn't pay insurance on it, bundles that up, tries to make me pay for this. In the meantime, he buys a house, $600,000 house in Florida, Sarasota, Florida, and he has a $41,000 federal tax lien on the house. So I don't know how this is all going. And now they want to take my signing rights away from me so they can just sign anything and give it to the buyer. Now I'm going to tell you something else. I think, and I'm going to put it out there, this is my opinion, my ex-spouse sold this house to this buyer ahead of time. It's called silent second, and it's like a key-to-key sale. So this has already been premeditated, and they're trying to make it look legal. Yes, I am giving out all my information, everything that I know to them, because I want this recorded before it even goes to court. So anyway, now they want me to sign, allow my ex to sign my signature. I mean, this guy gets away with forgery all the time. Okay, here's the other one. And that all proceeds from the sale shall be held in escrow by the petitioner's attorney until further order of the court. Yes, I still have an attorney on this. I'm not going to respond to that one, but this is all in conspiracy, and I'll explain my phone conversations that I have had and my texts and my emails, but I'm not going to bring that up until I put it out there. Okay, another one. The respondent is instructed not to interfere with the closing. So they're instructing that I'm not allowed to go to the closing, even though it was solely my house. I bought and paid for it. I was solely on the title, solely on the deed, solely on the mortgage, solely on the note. Even though he tricked himself and lied and put himself on the deed back in 2007, I have forgery all over this. And then they have the guts to write, the respondent is instructed not to interfere with the closing. So what are they going to do? Have me arrested when I go to the closing of my home that I was thrown out of? I mean, this is wife will obey. That's how this is written up. I'm sorry I'm being condescending, but it's comical now. And just like I said, back in 2015, when this divorce was written up, this divorce decree, they hold me accountable to it, but they never hold the abuser accountable. Never. So he wants to, like I said, he'll pay $1 million so I don't get 1 cent out of this. And here's the last one. The respondent will be sanctioned, including the imposition of a fine, and that reasonable counsel fees and costs be paid by the respondent to the law offices of Cheryl Rentz. I mean, I cannot believe a lawyer would sign their name to this document. Look, I'm not lying. I mean, this is just harassment by our system. Harassment. See, here's the other trick that might happen to you. Please comment, because I want everyone to see these are the tricks that the courts do. This lawyer, her whole entire, almost a decade of representing my ex, never comes to court with the proper documents, always missing exhibits. They will put in blurry documents so that you can't read it. It's just all the games that they play. And remember, and research this, please. I don't want to go into explaining all this, but they do not have jurisdiction over you, period. Unless if you live in the Washington, D.C., Columbia, the District of Columbia. So, other than that, if you live outside those limits, they do not have jurisdiction over you, period. Every time you fall into the category of, oh my God, I have to answer them. I'm going to court. You give them your name. Now you're in jurisdiction. You show up at court. You gave them jurisdiction over you. Stop going to court. Stop playing the games. I mean, I have given you guys examples because I was learning as I'm going. I'm learning as I'm going. And these are just criminals. These judges, they're actors. They wear wigs. They wear robes. It's all fake. They are just administrative clerks. That's it. That's their title. So don't think they are above you. They're not above you. These attorneys are a joke. I'm sorry. There might be good people out there that are naive to the system because what they were taught is all a lie. Think about that. Most Americans don't understand that what we have been taught has been one big lie. Go outside of this country, see how people are living. They don't have any of these problems. That's why everyone says Americans, they're all about suing each other, and that's it. That's because this is a big scandal. A big scandal. Please learn about it. The other thing I want to say at the end of this, I am going to expose my whole court case. I'm going to have, well, it's been tracked, audited, and when you track down the money part of this, the audit part of this, this is where it's really going to come out, and this is where the truth comes out. But what I want to say to my own children, please don't be embarrassed. Please don't be embarrassed. I understand that you would feel humiliation from, this is your mom, this is your dad. All I'm doing is I'm bringing out the facts and I'm bringing out the truth so that you don't do this in your generation with your children, because you've been brought up in a bunch of lies. So, this gives my kids more reason to hate me because I'm bringing out our family issues. But I wouldn't have to do this. I wouldn't have to do this if this man was not attacking me constantly, putting on false allegations, kidnapping our children, and I wouldn't have to do this. I wouldn't have to expose him. But he has millions of dollars where he could have just, he has 4 or 5 houses, so why couldn't I have lived in that and shared our children and had a happy relationship? He made a choice to go to the evil side. He made a choice to go to the wrongdoer side. So I'm exposing it, and I'm going to expose everything. No one can stop me. So thank you for paying attention. I just wanted you to understand the BS that they do. It is literally harassment. It is abuse, and they try to take away your freedom. And they're successful at it. Unless if you know common law. All right. Stick to the Constitution. Stick to God. Stick to love over hate and compassion over judgment in every decision you make. All right. Thank you for following me. If you can, make comments on this post, because I want to hear about your story. I want to see the connections. I want to see that it happens everywhere. So please like and share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. God bless.